Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Today, the message that I'm going to speak about is awareness. And awareness for me is really a message of strength. When we walk aware, we become present in what's happening in sort of real time, if you will. When you are eating with awareness, when you are watching TV even with awareness, when you are at work with awareness, you are not on autopilot. You are allowing yourself to be open to the messages that are being presented to you all the time, 24/7. We are communicating with our environment, we're communicating with other beings, we're communicating with nature, we're communicating with the activities that we are engaging in. Oftentimes when I talk to people about awareness, it is one of the first things we talk about if we are looking to change habits, because again, we make these mental rules throughout our lives and then we just follow them on autopilot. When I have shifted from one job to another, or I have started working in one place and then moved to another place, I have to be very aware when I get in my car and leave, because I do that autopilot thing, and without thinking I could go to the old place because I've worn a path in my mind on where I need to go. And so it takes that extra level of awareness, alertness, to pay attention to the signs and make sure that I go where I am intending to go. So if you are using that for eating, and you are a person who eats in front of the TV, or you have that mindless munchie in other situations, maybe when you're even reading a book or on your phone, if you eat when you are anxious, it's important to have the awareness to begin a conversation with yourself. What am I eating this for? Am I actually hungry? Or am I trying to soothe an emotion? Am I trying to stuff an emotion? Am I eating because it's what I always do when I go and sit in front of the TV? Is it 4 o'clock and my body clock says time to eat? When we eat with awareness, we can also begin to perceive how we are responding within our body. We get those nuances of the feelings and the reactions and responses of our body. You may be having a conversation with someone and they say something that may be a plan for the next day or two, and it doesn't sit right with you. There you get a reaction. It's important to look at what those reactions are, because those reactions, those emotions that we get when we are in conversation, when we are living our life, tell us whether we are aligned with ourselves and our truth or not. And so if you get a punch in the gut, if you get a brush of uneasiness, it's important to pay attention to that. And then you can communicate with yourself and decide whether that's fear, whether that is a message that maybe this isn't your best option. But with the awareness, you are not ignoring the red flags. You are not ignoring the flowers, the opportunities that are passing you by, but you're also not ignoring the warnings that are in front of you. Living with awareness provides us with more of an eagle-eye view of our life. We step back and we are not immersed to a point where we can only see one thing. It opens us up to the expansiveness of the universe, to all of our choices, and it allows us to be more accessible to ourselves and to our intuitive guidance, to that communication that is happening within and around us all the time. I am encouraging you today to simply be aware of how you are communicating with yourself. What are the habits that you are not even thinking about that you are taking part in? What are those rules that you have set up for your life that you do on a repetitive basis, and perhaps there's no valid reason to do it, perhaps there's no need to do it. It reminds me of, well, why do we cut up the vegetables this way? I don't know, it's the way my mom always did it, right? We don't ever question those old rules. We don't question behaviors. And so I'm encouraging you today to just look at what you're doing. It doesn't mean any of it's wrong. It just means be aware. Is this feeling right for me? Is this my right move? If it's not, you then have the opportunity to change. And if it is, you have the opportunity to feel grateful and to love it and to build on that and to do more of that kind of thing. Every time you are aware, you get to choose that path that you go on. You may choose more of what works for you simply by becoming more aware. You may realize that you continue to walk down a path that does not support your values and your deepest desires. Have a wonderful day. Be aware. Love yourself enough to pay attention to how life is unfolding with and around you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.